we're trying to put the biogas system and the water stabilization tank in all of our homes.
Can you tell me some of the main reasons why you guys have decided to do that for your homes and some of the key benefits?
Well, one of the key things, of course, is just the sanitation and making the homes a healthier and safer place for the children to live. I think that's the first priority. And the system in Kalyanpundi, which is the oldest system that Dr. Mapuskar has designed for us, has been very effective in not only providing about a third of the cooking gas for the home, which is really a very big economic benefit. It's also helped to produce some wonderful vegetables with the water that goes through the water treatment plant. So we're very grateful to the doctor for bringing this technology to us and for Baal Dan for making it possible in more of our homes. Are there other benefits that you'd like to talk about, Doctor?
Actually, in a proper sense of waste management, what I feel is important to understand the concept of management of waste. That point of view, it's important for countries like India and also developing countries, where the morbidity pattern or illness pattern is very closely related with water and sanitation situation in the countries. In fact, as the WHO has been stating, in India, 80% of ailments are related to improper water drinking water supply and improper sanitation facilities.
80%?
Yes. It's a huge percentage, so that becomes a very important health issue for us. So it's not only an economic management of the waste, but getting at the root of the illnesses in the country, the total health status of the country. And from that point of view, we have been developing these systems. Now, what happens technologically? So far, we have been knowing or studying only about the conventional technologies which have been used in Western countries, and where they can afford it, or the ambient conditions are such that that kind of systems are necessary there. But we need not copy those systems because those systems cannot be necessarily appropriate for our situation. So we have been thinking on those lines. And then we thought that instead of collecting the waste together and managing it at one site, it will be better if the waste is managed at the site where the waste is generated in a very environment friendly way, because that's something very important. So we don't want any physical or chemical processes, but the natural biodegradation process can be used. That's why this biodegradation component in countries like India, where the tropical climate is there, the process is a natural process which doesn't involve money, plus it's very practical and very easy to manage. From that angle, we have been looking at these systems technologically. And then we wanted to evolve systems which will ultimately take care of all the waste that is generated by the family or by the group of people staying together, that kind of a thing, where the waste which they generate would be treated at the same place in a very environment friendly way. That was the basic concept. And from that we evolved a system called DCVAN system, decentralized on-site integrated waste management system, where we are taking care of all the different kinds of waste generated in a particular community or locality or the apartment buildings or hostels, whatever. In that, generally we come across four kinds of waste. One is human excreta, which can be very conveniently and very hygienically managed in biogas system, where the biogas is generated which can be used for whatever energy needs we have, which is really very appropriate and desirable. Then in some places there could be animals also. In that case, animal excreta also will manage in the biowaste plant. Now the effluents coming from human excreta biowaste plant can be combined with the third important waste component, that is liquid waste or sillage as we call it. And the sillage can be managed in a sort of a stabilization tank, which again is not a very costly process, operation and maintenance wise. Virtually very little operation maintenance is required, where the water is naturally oxidized and stabilized, purified to some extent, and made pathogen free, so that water can be recycled.
So Doctor, I'm sorry to cut you off, but thank you so much for that description. I think one of the key things that you said, and I've done a lot of research on this issue. I just came from Delhi, where I met the head of a statistical institute of health issues for rural children in India. And this is a true statistic. 80% of the health issues that are faced by children, specifically in India, are due to waterborne and water-related issues. It's a fact. So these type of systems, these type of really innovative solutions where you're taking the water, the waste that's in the environment, you're using natural processes, you're using the benefits that we have with the tropical climate right here in India, and really figuring out solutions is what is desperately needed. And models like this, where Child Haven is trying to do this across all their homes to even demonstrate what is happening, I think is important. To say that Baal Dan has funded a biosanitation unit, it doesn't sound as fancy as saying, you know, look at all the shiny desks we bought, or the shiny books, or the shiny new school shoes. But it's something that is more critical for the children than simply showing that, you know, we're doing all the things that we usually do, which is, you know, the toilets and the desks and shoes and all those things. It's not as pretty of a picture to show, but it's definitely something that will make an even more massive impact.